Okay, today we are going to chat about Pure Haven's hair products as well as their wellness products. We don't have a ton in the wellness catalog area yet, but that change is coming with our new CEO and owners. So I'm excited that there will be more in that category. But for now, in the wellness category, we have collagen, which is marine collagen and totally different than bovine collagen or vegan collagen that you may see other places. And I'll explain that difference in a minute, as well as our headache stick and some essential oils. Now, I'm not the best person to talk about oils because I basically only use them for scent in my house. But I do know that our 5 Defense oil is a great one to have in your home for when people are sick. It's when you can put in a diffuser and will help with like congestion and things like that. It also helps ward off sickness. So that's a good one to have on hand. But back to our collagen. Marine collagen is a different absorbability by our body. It makes it easier for our body to digest so we can use it easier. But also the other special thing about ours is that it has all 4 types of collagen. So the one I was using prior to this one only had types 1 and 3 in it, which is great for hair, skin, and nails. But if you want joint support, you also need type 2 collagen. That is the one that specifically helps with all of the supporting tissues and ligaments around your joints, but as well as joint function. It is more expensive than the one I was using prior to this, but I started using it because I had a friend that had been using it for a few weeks, and about 6 weeks in, she was like, "You guys, my shoulder injury, that's an old volleyball injury, is no longer bugging me. I have had that pain for like the last 10 years, and I just realized the other day it's no longer there." And the only thing she had changed was her type of collagen. So I had been dealing with pretty decent joint pain in my hands, and I had a joint right here that I was actually putting arthritis cream on daily. It was flared up so bad, I don't know how I did it. I don't know if it was some texting or the way I hold my e-reader or what, but that joint right there was so painful. I was putting arthritis cream on it like 3 times a day. And I had the same realization a few weeks ago also. It was about the same point, about 6 weeks into using this one versus the old one I was using. And I all of a sudden realized I hadn't needed to use joint cream in a very long time. I have had no pain in my joints, even with our fluctuating temperatures that we've had, which is when I normally notice joint pain. So that is a huge, like, this is working sign for me between my friend's story and that one. Now, this is one of my favorite products ever, a headache stick. I don't get them a lot anymore since getting my hormones balanced, but when I do, it's usually like about the time I'm supposed to start my cycle. And they're like not just easy headaches. They're usually migraine type headaches where I'm light sensitive or nauseous or sound sensitive, and I've got all the things going on. It's just like a chapstick is what it looks like to me, a big chapstick, but you just rub it on your forehead, on your temples, you can put it under your nose, and then on the back of your neck. And you do that as soon as you feel a headache coming on, and almost always that will get rid of one for me. Within about 10 minutes, I can tell that it's going away. Now, 10, 15, 20 minutes in, if it still hasn't gone away, then I will just reapply it one more time, and that always knocks it out. So this stuff is incredible. I also had a client that was like, "I haven't had a headache yet, but I have been super congested, and I was using it on my chest and under my nose, and it was helping me breathe so much better." So non-toxic relief rather than getting all of the ibuprofen, Tylenol, Excedrin, all of those things in your body that messes with your gut biome. This is a non-toxic way to help treat that. Now, just quickly onto hair care. When I first started using Pure Haven, they only had one hair care set, and I tried it and I hated it. It made me feel like my hair was just like completely stripped. It didn't have any natural like oils or softness or anything in it anymore, and so I quit using it. But recently I heard people that fell in love with our Super Greens line, so I bought the travel size ones of the shampoo and conditioner to try, and that's where I started with our hair care, and it actually worked for me. I loved it. I don't usually wash my hair except for every like 4 or 5 days, but with the Super Greens one, I could go like a full 5 to 6 days. So I was getting at least 1 to 2 days longer before my hair was looking greasy and I needed to wash it. It was also super like volumized for a couple of days. I have long hair, so I don't usually have a ton of volume up here, but with the Super Greens ones, I did. It was like fluffy up top too. But then it started getting cold and dry where I live in Idaho, and so I swapped it up because I had heard that our curly line needed rebranded and wasn't just for curly haired people, that it was just super moisturizing. And so I swapped, and my hair loved that while it was cold and dry here. So curly line is great even if you don't have curly hair. If you do have curly hair, it's great. It helps the natural curl, it like enhances that. And then we also have a curl enhancing serum that is like a light mousse is kind of how I would describe it. And so it helps those curls be more defined when you use it in your hair. I don't have super curly hair, especially when it's long. When it's shorter, I do if it's humid. And so I would totally be using that if I had short hair and I was going on vacation again. Couple other hair things that I love. This one, it looks like baby powder, but it's our dry shampoo, and it actually works and doesn't make my head itchy. That was something I had quit using dry shampoo because it always made my scalp so itchy that then I was scratching it all the time, and it was like making my dry scalp flare up, and I'm like, well, that totally defeats the purpose because now I have dry scalp stuff going on instead of grease in my hair. I have found the easiest way to use this is not to like put it on like this, like you would a normal dry shampoo, but to actually just dump it in my hand, go around like this, and then just work it in. But it really does a good job of absorbing the grease if I need it. Today is day 3 since I washed my hair, and I'm using the curly hair stuff right now, and I'm still able to like wear it down without even dry shampoo. I will usually use this on day 4 or 5, and then it gets me to day 5 or 6 without having to apply it again. So I love this stuff. The other thing that while it's cold and dry that my hair has been loving is this Honey and Fig Deep Conditioning Hair Mask. Now this one is a limited scent item. It came out around the holidays. I love the smell of it. It's so yummy, but it's also super hydrating. So you just work it in roots all the way down to your ends and let it sit for about 10 minutes. And it's just a really good like all over deep conditioning, hydrating mask for your hair. So that one's awesome. And then the last one that I love, again, I've always struggled, especially when it's dry, with dry scalp. This Super Greens serum, it's oil and you put it just directly on your scalp. You just part it every half an inch or so and put a couple of drops and then work it in. But it doesn't make my hair oily. You do that right after you wash it, and it just really helps hydrate that dry scalp. And again, it's an oil-based product, but it doesn't make my hair look oily. So those are all of the things that I love within the hair and wellness parts of our catalog. I want you today to go to that Pure Haven website, go check out those 2 spots, and come back and comment what you think you would be most excited to try. There's a couple other different things in there also, hair related, and like I said, there's the essential oils in the wellness line. So check them out. Come back here and comment on this video for a chance at the prize drawing for tomorrow.